Without further ado, I would like to introduce the man of the hour, the person we've been talking about for a full day at least, Mr. Gilbert Brown.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. I said, good afternoon, everyone. That's more like it.
Yeah.
I have the pleasure to introduce to you guys one of my teammates. You know, he is a workhorse, as they must say, on the field and off the field. And it will be my pleasure to introduce to you guys the real number 25, Mr. Dorsey Levens.
Awesome. So today, how many of you attended any of the state put on presentations by our own Mary Ellen? Anybody? Y'all look at all the hands there. How about Jim's is this afternoon, right, Jim? Yes, Jim's is this afternoon. So if you didn't get that one, make sure that you get that. I can't really say enough about these guys when it comes to communication. Probably, Jim, I'm going to date myself here, but how long has it been since we've been working together? Probably 13 years?
Probably 2007, 2008.
Ooh, 2007, 2008. I'm really dating myself. So I was 12 when I started working with Jim. It was great. Yeah. I was a quick learner. Yes, indeed. Jim actually started, for those of you that don't know, he actually created a program where we would learn as campground owners the exact same thing that his state inspectors learned when he was training them to come to our campgrounds. That really, I think, set us off to a new level when we did that. So Jim and I went around and we put this session on, I believe, 6 times. By the 6th time, I almost got some of it. So it was really great. But Jim and his team have been just phenomenal support people. I mean, I can't even tell you how great they are when it comes to answering a question. When any of you guys have an issue, they are really the first ones to support and help us. And they help us figure it out. I can't tell you how many times I've actually had Mary Ellen answer an email on after 5 o'clock on a Friday night when I was in trouble. We have a little code. It's called 911. And she knows, hello, I'm in trouble. I don't know what to do here. And she always answers, and I always appreciate that teamwork. You know, it's unusual, I think, with our state government and our state groups to have this kind of communication. So I hope that you all would give them a big round of applause for making that work the way they do. If we could, we would love to have Jim, Reed, and Mary Ellen come on up stage. We've got a little award for you just to show how much we truly do appreciate your support. Yep. All right. We want to shut that off, or is that okay? You got it? Okay, yeah. Can we, yeah.
Since when are you a bigger celebrity than Lori?
Yeah, right? There you go. Good job. All right. Perfect. We'll do that for the picture. All right, there you go. And Mr. Jim Koponic, here is your award.
Thank you.
All right. Reed, you're not going to believe this, but we got you one too.
Oh my gosh, Lori.
There you go.
Nice.
Yes. And Flash, Mary Ellen here. I call her Flash because she's really fast on the email stuff. All right. Are you ready? We're going to all do a big picture. Awesome. Yes. These guys are all now going to be ultimately famous, if only in our world. I think we talked a little bit about one of the other groups that we have spent a lot of time working with, the Wisconsin Towns Association. They have graciously helped us get to know their board members in our towns. How many of you have had issues and troubles with zoning in your area? So much of it is just because they really don't understand what a campground is. I mean, I had to literally go in and explain, people do not live there all year. It is not a mobile home park. We've had to do so many different things. Some towns think it's just little tents set up, and that's your little, space for people who don't have an actual home. So education has really been super important, so that piece has been important to us. And I believe is Jan here? Maybe not yet. I knew she had some travel issues. So we do have an award for the Wisconsin Towns Association that we'll be presenting either at this lunch or another lunch coming to you soon. How about that? We do have a very, very important person, Miss Nancy Mistel. Nancy has been on my go-to team along with Jim and Reed's and Mary Ellen's team of kind of wading through who does what and who reports to who and where do you get information, because she has navigated the red tape waters through her whole career. So she's actually going to be coming on board and helping Waco navigate some of that red tape ourselves going forward for the next few months. So without further ado, Nancy, come on up.
Lori said I could have 2 minutes, so I want to thank all of you. First of all, thank you for recognizing me with this award. But this award really goes to Waco, quite frankly. So I served with the state of Wisconsin for the last 7 years in the Office of Business Development, where my job was to help get government out of the way or bring them to the table. We helped Waco with your rules and regulations over a course of a number of years, worked well with Jim and Reed to get that done. And so again, I can only do what I do because your association works on your behalf to make sure that your needs are spoken. We went and met with legislators, we met with our agencies, we got a lot of things done. I was an appointee of Governor Walker, and appointees tend to leave government when a governorship changes. But I have gone out on my own as a consultant. As Lori mentioned, I'm going to be working with Waco in the next several months over your season here, because the bottom line is the problems didn't go away just because I left the office. The problems are still there, and you're still going to need some help navigating. So I'm pleased to be working with you going forward, and thank you very much for the opportunity and the recognition.
Yep, I sure do. There you go. Oh, I have a button for that. Oh, thank you, God. The next person that we have is the Holiday Inn staff. I believe Michelle. Oh, Michelle. Is Michelle here? Oh, we'll take the next best person. Come right up. I bet you're glad you peeked in right then. Awesome. We have an award. We have been doing this convention at the Holiday Inn before it was actually built. So when we had the plans, we looked at it and we said, yeah, we like it. And they like us too. So here is a plaque for you in appreciation for all you do for the camping industry. Thank you so much. And if you take a picture. And then we'll do it all together. Whoops. Just pretend you didn't see any of that. Okay. We have probably one of our best partners ever in Sarah Brish and the Stevens Point CVB. I cannot even tell you all the wonderful things that they do for us, but every time we're in trouble for a speaker, every time we need something done at the last minute, I can actually remember Tom coming and stuffing one year when we were a little bit behind the eight balls in getting our things together. These guys really go to bat and they work to keep us here. They do a lot of work to do that. They've provided the buses for us for our little trip at no charge to us. They've done just incredible things when it comes to resourcing and figuring out what else can we do to make it more fun? What else can we do to make it more entertaining? And personally, I'm responsible for her first child, right? Yes. Did a great job. Yes, absolutely. You can hear that story later in the little bar. So, no. Without further ado, Sarah Brish from Stevens Point CVB. We'll be back. Here you go. All right, perfect.
Right.
All right, there we go. All right. Next, we have just a quick snippet about member benefits. Bert Davis is not able to join us today, but Jim, I believe, is going to take that part on. So, Jim, if you would come on up to the front and just have a little 2-minute chat about our Waco Arvik member benefits. He's like, 2 minutes? I got a list here, lady. No. Can we have a big round of applause for Jim? Thank you for doing this, Jim. Oh, don't. I'll be right here with you.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Can everybody hear me? Welcome, everybody. Okay, so I'm a little nervous talking in front of a group of people. I do better one-on-one. So, Scott, I'm going to talk to you. No. I just want to talk about a little bit about Waco and the benefits. There isn't a better organization than the camping industry. And the reason why I know this is because of where I was and how I got there. And everything that I have and do for not only my family, employees, and my guests is attributed to Waco and Arvik. I will say this, that we couldn't have an organization without the help and guidance from Lori Severson and her staff. Everything that goes into pulling this convention off for us is amazing. You don't realize the magnitude and the level she goes to for our industry. I wanted to talk about the networking. The networking here is invaluable. You're all professionals at this. We all have something to learn. We all can learn off of each other. Doesn't matter if you've been in the business for 6 months, 40 years. I remember Frank Ward coming up to me when I was a little kid, 18, frustrated with my parents. And I gave a Waco tour, and he put his arm around me and said, "Kid, you'll be all right. Just stick with it." And never, never to this day have I forgot that. The education that you're learning is invaluable here. So thanks for doing your part by being here, because being here, you're making the difference in your business, and you're going to make it better. I can tell you from time and time again, it'll come back to you tenfold. The discounts here at the show are amazing. Everything that is being offered to us, everything that you get in your discounts or your offers at the convention are amazing. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, let's say disasters. We all have disasters. I had a little disaster last June when a storm came through my park. Yes, I'm a big park, but big isn't always better. Just big magnitudes, everything. But with that being said, at a drop of a hat, there isn't any campground owner in here that wasn't willing to help me. And to the campground owners that helped me, you know who you are. Thank you so much, because that's what our industry is. We all help each other. We're all there for each other. When there's a birthday, whether there's an anniversary or a disaster, we're all there to help everybody and pick them up. So without their help and support, I couldn't have gone through what I gone through last year. And that was just one of the instances. And we've all had problems. And if nobody does reach out, I mean, please give us a call. We'll come and help. We all have chainsaws. We all have equipment. Maybe the storm didn't affect us, but we can go and help you. And we're willing to do that. So thank you to all those campgrounds that helped me.
And Jim, that first call should be to the Waco office. Give us a call. We'll get the word out. Sometimes we live in a cave. So if it happened in your area, we might not know. So don't hesitate to call us.
On a different note, I just wanted to talk about a little bit about Arvik. Again, everything that I have, I learned from Waco and Arvik. If I didn't have back in the day, my kids hate the back in the day story, the Jim Kirsten and Barney from Pride of America. Barney come knocking on my door to get me involved with Waco. If I didn't have that and pushing them to get me, I would probably be just a status quo park. I probably wouldn't have done what I've done. I've learned so much about it. I've grown as a person. I've grown as a business. And I want to keep that going and continue to help all the other campgrounds. It's my way of giving back. Some of the things that Arvik, what we don't know is the member savings, the member benefits, you know, the John Deere program that you can save money on, the music licensing, the Staples, networking. Networking, just like our little round tables, again, the knowledge that you get off of those are invaluable. The NFPA 1194, the health insurance that I believe, Paul, is that out yet? Health insurance for campground owners. All the behind the scenes things that they do. Again, just like Waco is amazing, but we don't know what we don't know. We don't know all the things that they're doing or all the things that Lori's doing. So seriously, when I tell you guys, get involved, research, do your due diligence, because you just want to be better. Promote the industry as much as you can. If you see a campground out there that's not a Waco member or an Arvik member, let's get them on board. The strength is in numbers, and the stronger and the more that we have, the better we're going to be. And I feel that we are a great association. Being with the national group, I will tell you, after going to the school of Oglebay, again, which taught me, well, one of the teachers called me the poster boy for Wisconsin. I don't know if that was good. But I learned a lot from that gentleman. And he taught me so much that, again, because he said that, just made me strive to even be better. Well, after that, there is really no more schooling you can do, but you can get involved with 20 groups. And that's nationwide. I encourage that, because 20 groups strive to be the best that you can be in your group. Who doesn't want that? There's a number of 20 group members here in Wisconsin, and we're all pretty active. And we just want to be the best that we can be. We have Jeff Sims from the national side that talks about our advocacy that fights for us up on the Hill. He also is doing his work, 3 o'clock in the morning, he gets up and he's going through all these code changes. And Lori, am I correct? I mean, you get some things that come, and did we have a clue on it? We didn't have a clue on it until Jeff sent it to Lori, and then Lori got the ball rolling with our state people. So he is key. And we don't really know what Jeff does, but if you ever sit and talk with Jeff, oh my God, it's just mind blowing. Wade Elliott, utility supply, not that I'm endorsing any product. Wade Elliott sits on the NEC board, and though he sells products, he's fighting out there on behalf of the campground industry. So it's kind of like he's cutting his throat. He just stopped the 20, 50 GFI receptacles in the pedestals, which was going to cost each pedestal $400. Times 100 pedestals in a small park. Oh, for some campgrounds, that's devastating. Second, third mortgages, I don't know. Close, I don't know. I know that for me, thank you to Wade, thanks to the National Association for what they do. Again, those are those things that we don't know. What we don't know is what we don't know. So I encourage everybody to get involved, just like you are, being interactive with everybody, continually asking questions. Lori does an amazing job here at Waco. The board of directors are amazing. We're striving to make things better. The National Association and Paul Bambi, he's got a great new team working for him. Again, just the energy and the drive that they have, I can't wait to see what's coming down the road, because there is some drive and they're moving forward. I'd like to challenge state of Wisconsin. We have a national convention in Tennessee coming up at Heather's State, Tennessee, and in Knoxville on November 4th. Be amazing if we could get a lot of Wisconsin campgrounds there. So I challenge you to come down. I'll buy the first drink. So, again, I just wanted to say, I am just one person. We all have stories. And my story is that I couldn't be doing what I'm doing, supporting my family, my kids, and being involved without the support of Waco, Arvik, and everybody in this room. So thank you for allowing me to get better. But if I can help anybody, please let me know. So thank you. That was in 2 minutes.